The poorest 40% in the world account for 5% of the world's income. And the richest 20% in the world account for 3/3 of the income in the world. One person can do a lot of change and make a lot of new things in the communities by being the example and bringing new energy. For example, building vegetable gardens together with families and communities, or start building latrines and teach how to use them. One World Center educate and empower people to take action against global poverty and to team up with the poor on the consequences of climate change and global warming. I mean, Washa, sorry, that's something. 700 people on the climate change.
It's necessary because we have people coming from many different parts of the world, and the way of addressing so many big issues and realizing our power is when we organize together. So it makes perfect sense that we live in a boarding school and we live in the solution.
We believe that only together can we move the mountains, and the world today have so many challenges that we can only overcome when we come together on it. One World Center is funded by the second-hand clothes collection we run, by the tuition fee participants bring, and by various methods of fundraising.
It's an 18-month program. It's divided into 3 sections. There's a lot of time spent on looking at the situation in the world, the situation with poverty. We look into the colonization of different countries. We look at world history. We look at economic institutions and governments and their role in creating the situations that we have today. So when you come here and you're part of the team, you work with your team on team goals. You have goals to accomplish different things in your first 6-month program, and actually it's a training to become a development instructor. I felt like they weren't actually attainable for me. Where the second 6-month block of time in this program, you go to a development project in a developing country. Right now we're sending people to Mozambique and Malawi, and you team up with a development project and a project leader, and you put all the things that you've learned in your training period in the first 6 months actually to a very dire situation, or kind of put everything to the test. Some of the projects are clearly educational institutions like vocational schools, teacher training colleges. There's a One World University in Mozambique. And then we have other kind of community-based programs like Child Aid, which the focus of this project is to create a better quality of life for children. We have a a very active program called TCE. It's the abbreviation for taking control of the epidemic. And largely we're talking about HIV and AIDS, but it can also pertain to malaria or tuberculosis. In the last 6-month period, the development instructor comes back to the boarding school situation, and they kind of put all their experiences on the table, whether it's photographs or journals or stories, and they discuss and work together on what kind of products do they want to come up with. That period is very much focused on creating these products so they can formalize certain things about the whole experience and leave them so they can be shared for years to come with other people.
This one fit this.
The other objective of this period also is to get out of the boarding school situation and hit the road and go make appointments with schools and different kinds of groups of people. Could be churches, schools, groups of people in other organizations where they can go in and talk about something they feel very, very strongly about, they feel very, very passionate about.
DMM stands for the Doctrine of the Mother Method, and is a method that places the student in the center of her own education, and in which she approaches the different subjects from all aspects in life, theoretically, practically, and analytically. The pedagogy asks for the student to reflect on the different experiences and to connect the theory with actions that suit different realities.
I had the opportunity to travel and get to know different cultures.
I learned that by working together and joining our strengths, our knowledge, and actually our dreams, we could achieve far more than what we could do just by going our own way by ourselves.
I also got to know myself and I grow as a human being.
We all should be part of the solution because there is just so much that needs to be done, and it could be easily attained just by getting up off the couch.
After Africa, my mind got more open and I realized the different levels of poverty in the world.
Putting your little stone on this huge development that needs to be done.
We all need to be part of the solution because just united we will defeat poverty.